Hi and welcome to the show. This is the UK and Ireland Meta Report. My name is Baz the Bard and I have been joined by James Ashall. How's it going, James?
Not too bad, thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm all good, all fired up. This is the last week of Skirmish and then we begin Pro Tour.
Pro Tour. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, so what have we got to cover this week?
We are covering 4 stores specifically. We've got Mana Leak, Patriot Games, Board Game Hut, and Trinity Card Capital. After that, we will do the weather report as always. And then we've got a couple of new things to slide in. We're going to have a look at sort of the best-selling cards, sort of what people are buying and what's going on within the markets. We're also going to look at the cooling Singapore, which happened just this weekend gone. And then we will talk about Nationals, the thing that we're all looking forward to, I guess, to see what happens over the world and especially in the UK.
Yeah, what everyone's been working towards these last few weeks, indeed. Okie dokie, so let us begin. Right, so everybody at home, we have got Question of Fab throughout the show, so you can join in. There's 18 points up for grabs. It's a little bit different. There's going to be some, I've got some judges questions. So if you guys are interested in taking the Judge Level 0 course, these are some of the questions from it. They'll be interspersed in the actual show. Okay, so we'll see how James does.
Terrible, even though I've passed my Level 0 judge.
Righty, let's go for it. Okay, first question for Question of Fab. A player can use a defense reaction during the defend step of combat. True or false?
False.
You are correct.
Player can block during the defense step, but you then go to react. You go to player reactions or to your opponent's reactions and to your reactions, and that's when you can play a defense reaction.
Correct. So
from what I understand.
Yeah. So the answer's below. The time that reactions may be used is the reaction step. It's got the paragraph. It's covered in the main rules and not the defend step. Okay, cool, brilliant. Okay, well done, mate.
Wonderful.
You're off the mark. 1 point to you. Hope everybody else.
I can play Flesh and Blood. Yes.
Brilliant. Okie dokie. So we're off to Mana Leak. So we've got 13 players at Mana Leak. Normally they do armories. This is their first skirmish, as far as I know. So 13 players spread over 7 heroes. So, yeah, it seems the Midlands love warriors. The last Midlands one we had loads of warriors at Church of the D20. Seems that some of those players probably turned up at this one as well. 2 Azalea, 2 Bravo, Dorinthia, a Phi, an Icelander, and a Prism. So
it's not often you see Azalea second in the picks.
Yeah, I think these must be the same. You must get the same crowd because I'm pretty sure Church of the D20 had 2 Azaleas as well.
Okay.
But those people that are on the Azalea bounty hunt, that is done. The bounty has been claimed. So only the hardcore Azalea players will be playing them now. Okay, so we've got a top 8.
Got Azalea in it. No, it's gone.
Azaleas have gone. So still 3 Kasais though, 2 Bravos, a Dory, a Phi, and an Icelander. So still lots of warriors, still lots of armor. And 1 Phi there trying to aggro it through. Okay, so how does that go into the top 4?
Oh, wow.
So all the Kasais have been knocked out by 1. So a Bravo, a Phi, an Icelander, and a Kasai. So we've got Jay Glover on Bravo. We've got Jacob Hand on Phi. So Jacob is the 2 times Road to Nationals winner, Living Realms and Underworld Games. And he's the double Skirmish Season 5 winner from Living Realms and Church of the D20. We've got Gregory Radek on Icelander and Ian Malawan on Kasai. Okay, so everybody's chance for a few more points. Can you tell me who the finalists were? So just the heroes will be fine. Okay, so Bravo, Phi, Icelander, and Kasai. What do you think the final was made of? It's 1 point per hero.
Well, considering we don't know who paired against who, I will go Jacob Hand on Phi because that seems like a pick you have to make, and then I will say Kasai as well. So I'll say 5v Kasai. We'll rhyme it. 5v
Kasai. Okay, so you got 1 point. Okay, so that was Jacob Hand definitely made it into the final. Okay, but it is a Phi Icelander. So it was Jacob versus Gregory Radek. Okay, so your next point then.
Who won?
Who won?
Jacob Hand on Fi.
You're doing well, mate. You'd never bet against Jacob at the minute. So.
No, I don't dare. Guy's a machine.
He is, yeah. So, yeah, you're on 3 points, mate. 3 out of 18. Well done. So, well done. Is James beating everyone at home? I don't know.
Maybe. I've technically only lost 1 point so far. So I'm 3 out of a possible 4.
You're doing well, mate. You're doing well. We should have done this from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, good things come in. I don't know. Good things come to those who wait. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only taken us 8 episodes. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll think of something in another 4 episodes' time, I'm sure.
Patriot Games in Sheffield, 7 players, 6 heroes. So we're going north. So this is the land of Fi. So 2 Fi, a data doll. Oh my God. Maybe someone read the article that was out on LSS. I don't know. Decided to give it a go. A Dorinthia, an Icelander, a Kano on a Levia.
Yeah, it's a nice. It's actually like all the heroes you don't see that often. Kano, Levia, Data Doll.
The Data Doll, you just be like, what the hell is going on? I've no idea. Yeah, boost, and you just, you're praying that loads of equipment comes out.
Why have you only got 3 cards?
Yeah, indeed. Oh shit, I can't block with any. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 Fis, a Dorinthia, and an Icelander making it into the top 4. So we got Kez Batty on Dorinthia, Mitch Hewson on Fi. He's an RTN qualifier from Jester Games and a finalist at Skirmish Season 5 at Fanboy 3. Layla Green, that won a skirmish. I'm pretty sure that was Fanboy 3 as well. Lila Green. Sorry, Rob's going to be slightly angry with me, and so's Lila. Sorry, I apologise. And James Armstrong, our level 2 judge, and Skirmish Season 4 winner at Mana Screw. When Viceroy was totally bonkers and he absolutely smashed me in the final.
Yeah, I remember. I was there.
Okie dokie. So, who's going to make it into the final?
I'll go 5e Dory.
5e Dory. You got 1 point for a Fi, okay, but it wasn't Fi, it was Icelander.
It wasn't Dory, it was Icelander. Okay.
So it was Icelander. Okay, so Mitch Hewson on Fi versus James Armstrong on Icelander. Who do you reckon won?
I don't know. James is a great player. Fi's obviously been winning a lot. I'll go with my level 2 judge, James, on Icelander.
Well done. James won.
Oh, fantastic.
Congratulations, James. Well done. Doesn't get to play very often, but he certainly flexes his muscles when he does.
Yeah, I was going to say, when he does, he wins.
Sorry, you can't do that. Take that play back. Sorry, you can't do that. That's illegal play. Oh, look, I've won.
Yeah.
No, James does not play that way, by the way.
I'm a level 2 judge. You will lose.
No, he's a top guy. He's a really good guy to play against. So thanks to Elias for the roundup for that. Jacob Hand provided all the information for Mana Leak. So sorry, Jacob, that I missed you off there, but thank you very much. Righty, 5 out of 18.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, we're skipping along.
Right, so we should be.
Okay, question of fab time.
Oh god, there we go.
Okay,
there we go.
Players can play instant cards and abilities at the end of the turn after a player has put a card into their arsenal. Is that true or is that false?
I'm going to say that's false.
Okay, let's just wait for everybody to catch up at home. They might need a little bit of thinking time.
I would say you can. It's a bit like it's where you bait with like Prism. Sometimes you go to end step, then the priority passes to like the Prism player. They could play their aura, and then, for example, you would then Arsenal. I would say once you Arsenal, then that's it. That's the end of your turn. Instants can't be played. So I'd say false. Okay.
It is false. So the reference again, a player must have priority to play a card or activate an ability. Players only gain priority during the action phase of a turn. So well done, everybody, if you got that. So, yeah, you're well on your way to passing your level 0.
Thank God.
6 points, mate.
Yay!
Maybe I should have a little, I need a little ticker.
I might actually do well this week. Or it could just all fail again.
I'm giving you every chance you can, mate. All right.
Ah, thank you. I need it after all the previous weeks.
Third of the way there. Righty, Board Game Hut, Southend-on-Sea. So this is the English Riviera, if you can call it that. Right, so loads of diversity here. 9 players over 8 heroes. Icelander seems to be the flavour of choice, which is a bit weird because it's not too far for the London Brigade all to go. But they haven't gone there because there hasn't been a massive amount of illusionists, only 1 prism. So it's a bit like the Norwich over in the Far East seem to have their own little meta by themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting to see how sort of like where all of our groupings are really. Right. So that is the breakdown. A Cavdine.
Cavdine, yeah, I saw the Cavdine.
Don't normally see that very often. I think people are getting just go, yeah, we've got a Data Doll, now we've got a Cavdine. We had a Shiana a couple of weeks ago. You know, let's just take the off ball stuff and see what happens with it. Right, so top 4, 2 Icelander, a Dash, and a Prism. So Darren Cooper is on Icelander. He qualified for Nationals on XP, so well done, Darren. Richard Hughes is on Icelander. Ben Lucas is on Dash, and Lubos Vanicek is on Prism. He's an RTN winner from Bad Moon Cafe, in London. So there we go. So Londoner rocking up with Prism. What do you reckon? The finalists. What heroes made it into the final?
I'm gonna go Dash, one of them, and then I'll go Icelander, the other.
Dash and Icelander. You got one right. Dash made it in. It was Dash Prism.
I almost said Dash Prism, and I was like, no, it's a 50% chance that I'll get one Icelander will get in.
No, they both got taken out. Okie dokie. So
okay, interesting.
Dash versus Icelander. Dash versus Prism. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Oops. Dash versus Prism. So Ben Lucas versus Lubos Vanicek. Where you going?
Depends on the Dash list. If it's got like red throttles, they're a 6 popper. Maximum velocities, they're a popper. I'm gonna go Dash. I think Dash just goes wider, faster, and it'll sort of be able to pop Prism stuff easier. So I'll go Dash.
Well done. Dash won. You're doing all right, yeah?
I'm not doing too bad.
Yeah, Ben Lucas on Dash. Congratulations, Ben. Fantastic. Thanks to BLT84 for the information for that one. I don't know his proper name. I'm sure that isn't his name, though.
Named after a burger.
Yeah, potentially.
I think Dash just has the upper hand there. It goes wider, faster. It can pop the heralds. I think Prism struggles.
Yeah, I don't think there was any blocking. I think Dash just goes for it.
Yeah.
Just 100 miles an hour. Okay, so we're off to Trinity Card Capital up in Gateshead. So the biggest one of the week, 10 players, 10 heroes. So
nice.
Now normally this is up north, so I would expect the land of Phi. So there's only one. So yeah, it's fantastic to see that people are just like, yeah, I'm just going to take the hero that I really want to play. I'm not going to go with the meta, which is, pointing towards Phi for Blitz. Yep. But yeah, the diversity here was amazing. And I bet the players who turned up here were just like, thank God for that. You know what I mean? Okay, so we have a top 8, right? So it's going to be a bonus 2 points on this one, right?
Ooh, okay.
Right? Guess the ones that didn't make it. Okay.
All right. Guess the ones that didn't make it.
Shit, I haven't wrote it down.
Oh no. Well, I guess we'll have to study it and then look after.
Yeah, hang on.
Guess the ones that didn't make it.
Right. So while you're looking at it and everyone at home is looking at it, I'll write it down quick, and then you can tell me. Don't write it down. Don't cheat.
I'm not cheating. Guess the ones that didn't make it.
Okay, are you ready?
No.
Right, I'm going to go for it anyway. All right.
I'm going to go.
Okay, I haven't picked it. Right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh God! I'm looking away.
Right. Okay, go for it. Righty.
Okay. No, I'm looking away.
No, you've got to tell me. You can look at it now.
Oh,
You can look at it
okay.
now, and you can tell me the 2 heroes that didn't make it into the top 8.
Lexi and...
Yes.
Lexi and... Oh my god, what's missing? Bravo.
Correct. 2 points.
Woohoo!
Hope everybody did theirs just as fast.
Yeah.
I should have a countdown. Right, cool. So that was the top 8. I'm not doing it for the top 4. All right. Top 4. So a Dash, a Dory Quicksilver, and a Fi. So I love seeing Dories make it into the quarterfinals. So we've got Philip Gibbons on Dash, Oliver Dutton on Dory, Season 5 finalist at EH Gaming, Week 3. Matthew Tuck, Dory Quicksilver, RTN qualifier, Dice Saloon Brighton, and Jacob Hand on Fi.
Oh, here we go.
What is he? He's the 2 times RTN winner, Living Realms Underworld Games, and the 3 times Skirmish Season 5 winner, Living Realms, Church of the D20, and Mana League the day before. Okay, so right, who do you think, from which heroes, who do you think made it into the final?
Oh, you sound like a little boxing announcer there. The 2-time heavyweight champion of the world.
He might as well be at
the minute. Yeah. I'll go Jacob Hand on Fi, and I'll go normal Dory, not quick Dory.
Normal Dory.
Normal Dory
and Fi.
1
point.
Oh, for God's sakes.
So, Fi versus Dory Quicksilver. So
wrong Tuck, Dory.
Yeah, it was Dory. But Matthew Tuck versus Jacob Hand. Okay?
Okay.
Who do you reckon?
And I'm going to go for the 2-time Jacob Hand.
Okay, so he's the 2-time RTN winner and 4-time Skirmish Season 5 winner.
He needs to get some of those belts so he can just like slug over his shoulder and wear them out as he walks out into nationals.
Mate, he's going to be he'll be completely knackered by the time he walked into the venue. He'd be like crawling across the floor. There'd be too much gold. No, amazing. Awesome work there, Jacob. Flipping heck, the bloke's a machine. You know, a guy on form. You know, going into you know, I'm pretty sure he's going to be going to Pro Tour. You know, he's definitely a player on form going into Pro Tour in Lille. And the practice he gets there, you know, he should do well at nationals. That's for sure. Or he's putting a bloody good target on his back. That's
yeah, for sure.
Right, cool. Okie dokie. So that is all of them. All 4 done. Oh my God. We wrote that off cast. So we got a question of Fab first. So,
lovely.
Oh, a bit more wordy this one. Right, are you ready?
Oh my God.
So in what zones can a player intentionally reorder cards at any point of the game? Okay. So you've got to choose all that apply. So I'll give you 1 point for a win, 1 point for a correct answer, and -1 point for an incorrect answer. Okay, so you can intentionally reorder cards from your own hand, from your banish zone, from your opponent's graveyard, or your own graveyard.
You can reorder cards in your hand because I shuffle them all the time, and that's just a given because everyone does that.
You don't flick them, do you?
No, you just sort of like, you know, you sort of do your little shuffle, don't you? You know, you get your 4 cards, you do your little...
No, don't do it up to the microphone. People are going to be... No flicking.
You do loads of little shuffling. So it's player's hand. I want to say the player's banish zone abilities because obviously when we did it with Chain, we would show what was like blood debt and what was playable versus what wasn't. Now, whether that's legal or not is a different story. I know it was convenience. I'll say player's hand and player's banish zone to separate out banish zone abilities. Okay. The other 2 you can't reorder.
Okay, cool. So everyone at home, pause it if you're not ready, but otherwise we're going to crack on. 2 points, mate. Well done. So yes, your own hand and your own banish zone. So you can separate those blood debt cards from the cards that basically have no meaning whatsoever by being in the banished.
Perfect.
Well done, dude. It's like you've passed your level 0.
It's like I've done that, but you never know these days.
Righty, so no more questions of Fab related to Judge
Oh,
Level Zeros, but there will be in the next episode. Don't worry, we'll continue this.
I was enjoying that.
So, but we're off to the map.
Woohoo!
And the map, there we go. So,
It's very full.
oh my God, it's full. The thing is, it's like there are hardly any stores in the Midlands. You know what I mean? It's just like we had Manaleak, we had Church of the D20. That's the Midlands done.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, sort of like, okay, on the far east side of England, or sort of like, what you would class as down south. Okay.
Yep.
Or basically everything's sort of like up north and, in Scotland. So, Northern England have absolutely had the cherry picks of the games. You know what I mean? You've got stretched right across, sort of like from Liverpool all the way over, Gateshead wise, and Leeds. It's been fantastic. So if
it just seemed to like change around a bit though, doesn't it? Like on each cycle, you'll find like Midlands got quite a few like road to nationals, didn't they? They had like Derby.
We had three. There was
three.
Yeah, there's not as many, so they're going to be a bit more sort of like spread out and a bit more even. But it's sort of like north of England, they've had the cherry pick, of this one. So no, it's all good. Whether or not sort of like that changes for other skirmishes, we shall see. But it'd be nice. It'd be nice if we see a few more events in Ireland, and those guys sort of like pick up a few more stores that are going to carry it. But they've got some very good players over there. And I think Ian Holland, who did well in the Road to Nationals, he wrote an article for LSS as well. So they're certainly getting attention, that's for sure.
Yeah, awesome.
and the Ragamuffin Man, he did an article as well. Kieran Harrigan. Righty, so that is how the map is looking. So I think the winner of Skirmish is fine, but you know what I mean, it is literally could be anybody. As long as Jacob don't turn up, you've got a good chance of winning with a different hero, ain't you?
Yeah, you'll do all right.
Righty. Okay, so something new. So these are this is from Card Market. So we've got the best sellers and the best bargains. So best sellers are on the right, left-hand side, and the best bargains are on the right. So best sellers could potentially point out to what people think the meta is going to be changing into. So we've got a really good defense reaction from Uprising in That All You Got. Fantastic, especially if you're going against Dash now, and she's got a bit of pew pew with the pistols, or Rosetta Thorn, block and then gain that extra card. Frost Hex is hypothermia, so it seems like people are buying into Icelander. You've got sort of like Insidious Chill there as well. So there's 3 cards for Icelander. Getting into the best sellers. So yeah, if you want to shift some cards, these are the ones that are going. And bargain wise, that is a yellow Sonic Boom, by the way. If everybody's thinking on the right hand side, number 3 of best bargains. So and hypothermia as well. So even though it's a bestseller, it's a bargain. So,
that's probably why it's a bestseller.
Indeed.
I did. I'm not overly surprised. Like that All You Got was obviously one of those big staple cards. When we all saw it, was like, oh, we all need 3 of those.
Yeah.
And then it's just sort of like it shows how well, or it shows us what different decks people are building into. Like the Icelander is great, burn them all, Dramai, obviously. Then you got Crown of Provenance, which is obviously going to be Briar or naturally Old Time again, which sort of goes with those Hypothermia Insidious Chill cards. You got Massive Pantsing Link, Spreading Flames, sort of catering more to the Fi and the Ninja side. And then obviously Kylora at the bottom there, Dramai again. So you sort of know you're sitting around that Fi, Dramai kind of Icelander area, I guess, if you sort of take that as
take the tempo's a bit of a weird one, because that's going into Katsu, but Katsu nearly made it into the top 8 of the calling in Singapore, so maybe there is something there. Katsu just maybe has been a little bit overlooked. I know Ben at the Mana Screw's doing really well with Katsu. With Hurricane Punches and take the tempos, and a little bit more conditional for Katsu. Whereas Fire's just like, I'm just going to sling a Draconic card down and off we go.
for sure.
So that's Card Market. Let us know what you think of this new segment. Did you like it? does it kind of like show where the meta's going? Possibly. Right. Okie dokie. So this is the Calling Singapore, 261 players. Yeah, nice little event there, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
So what we've got, Viserai, consistent aggro, consistent pressure, Fi and Briar. You know what I mean? They're just straight out and out aggro. Whether or not, there's an argument between is Briar, is Viserai, which one's the best ring blade. Viserai has more consistency over Briar. Briar tends to have a burst when she has a channel mount heroic, and then you're just chucking everything in the pot to try and defend. So yeah, Prism, how many players were begging Prism to actually get its final 2 points and go to Living Legend?
A lot.
Yeah, I think not today.
I think like the Subaltern ones was like an interesting 0.8%, only 2.
Yeah,
that's surprising.
I'm surprised that Azalea even turned up, to be fair. But it's just like, yeah, I would have expected a bit more control. Bravo, yeah, I mean, he's nearly 8%. Bravo's fantastic for punishing your hand, especially if you can get Terror Sunders, Crippling Crushes, and like Spinal Crush, so he's got some good control elements, and Icelander's, quite low down there, control wise, they're not really there. So we've got the top 8 though. Top 8, 50% Briar. So whether or not this actually, people are looking at the Calling, to look at Pro Tour, I don't know. It's a bit weird because it is, because it's the Calling, you have kind of got a bigger pool of a meta over there. Not everybody's traveling from all over the globe to get to it. So, not knowing what's happened in, the Singapore region before, they might have a massive Briar player base. We certainly saw that, in Toa, there was a massive Briar one. She's still flipping good.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. So
she's not really lost anything though, has she? Like with recent bans or anything, it's not lost anything. It's still solid. It's still like the same deck as it was. Yeah, almost come release.
Yeah, I mean the only thing it would have lost was Plunder Run. So it would have lost Plunder Run, but it certainly wasn't running Ball Lightnings, and it's got Swarming Gloomveil now. So you've lost Plunder Run, but you've got Swarming. It's probably playing Rattlebones now, whereas it probably didn't before. So. I mean, it swings and roundabouts. So I think the main thing is with Briar, was the less defense. So it wasn't every time she did damage, she gets an armor, an embodiment, an earth token. So, just to calm down her armor gain. But it still hasn't stopped her from, being really powerful.
No, of course.
1 dash, 1 5, 1 Icelander, and a Viserai. So all those Viserai players, and only one made it. Okay. So top 4 look like this: 2 Briars, 1 dash, 1 Viserai. If anybody wants to watch this, obviously it was streamed by was it Fabled Gaming. You can see that, you can see the live stream, but the top 8 was restreamed by 983 Media, and Flake and DM Armada did some commentary on it, so that's where I watched it anyway. So it was Viserai versus Dash, was the top 4 match they showed, and that was, oh man, that was so good. That was so
I didn't
good.
get to watch it.
Yeah,
like I didn't get to watch it.
Yeah, that was really, really good. And then in the final was Briar versus Dash. And that was a really good final as well. It kind of like the very end, the guy's actually sort of like swinging in his chair, so that he's he top decks a card, and then he's swinging in his chair, so he just like,
he's like doing this, just swiveling.
Yeah. So it's just like, what he's got. If you watch the previous game, Dash versus Viserai, what he's got. He's just like, he can't contain himself. It's just like, oh my god, I can't believe I've top decked that card. It's brilliant. Well done, the Dash player, Jason. I'm not going to say his surname because I can't say it properly. So Jason won on Dash. It was amazing, absolutely amazing to watch. Whether or not people are hastily sticking that Dash deck together, to give it a crack, but it is just like full on aggro. go as fast as you can. It differs slightly from Hayden Dale's one. Obviously that was way back in ProQuest that came out, and then this one has kind of like evolved a little bit more. So that is the calling. Nationals. So our nationals, the UK nationals, 17th to the 18th of September, held at Darksphere in Shepherd's Bush. Whether or not people are getting hotels near or travelling in on the day is another thing. But day one, nationals, 96 players. Hopefully everyone's attending. And if you haven't got an invite, there are side events. Team Classic Constructed kicking off around about 10 o'clock. Ultimate Pit Fight and Team Blitz finishing round about 10:30 in the evening. And then day two, I think 24 players are going to be making it into day two. And if you don't make it into day two, or you don't think you're going to make it into the top 8, there's the Pro Tour Invitational, which is open to all. Or if you don't fancy any of that, full box team sealed. So that's a box of Uprising. You've got to make 3 classic constructed decks of a Fi, an Icelander, and a Dromai, a Commoner, and another Ultimate Pit Fight, rounding off at about 10:30 in the evening. So that is nationals. I'll be there. So come and say hello. I'd love to put faces to names. I know quite a few of the players that are going to nationals, but for everyone that I don't know yet, come and say hi. I will be mingling. I will be trying to get people on stream. So don't hide from me. I have a little gift for you if you come on stream. So every time you come up, you'll get a gift. It is the same gift. But a gift nonetheless, just to say thank you, well done, you've made it to the national stream. Hopefully nice. Yeah. Hopefully we won't do mirrors, because mirrors are kind of boring, and then we won't do the same game over and over again, hopefully. Once we get into the further into the tournament, depending on how it comes about, we might see a lot of Fi, I don't know, we might see a lot of Briar, trying to find more interesting games than just sort of like the same heroes. Might be a bit harder to do.
It's really strange, because I'm curious to know what people will take. I know it's difficult to speculate. Obviously we know Jamie had good success with Jamai over in Utrecht, and then we know that there's been stuff going on with Briar that we've just seen at the Calling in Singapore. So I wonder if people will stick to sort of what they know true and well. Will Hamish stick to Viz, or is he going to try something different? We know what these players sort of play and what they're really comfortable on, but will they sort of go meta chasing, or will they stay what they're comfortable with? I think it's going to be interesting to find out.
But what we've seen also is some of the big name players have not been entering sort of these skirmish events. They basically just take time off. You look at Matt Folks. Matt Folks has not been around for Blitz. He's been solely just doing classic constructed testing. So it's just some players really wanted to get into skirmish, the skirmish and Blitz events, just to just to try and get that. You don't want to kind of lose that tournament edge. We've definitely seen that from Jacob. He's got that tournament edge. You know what I mean? He's got that how comfortable he is at the table playing under pressure, in semi-finals and finals.
Repetition.
Yeah.
It's what you need.
Yeah, exactly. But the real test is going to be what we're going to see people playing at Pro Tour. Pro Tour in Lille is next weekend. People have been practicing, for that. Whether or not that stems from their their RTN decks, or they've basically just gone, it's not working, I'm going to scrap it. Through testing, I'm going to switch this new character. Yeah, but Lille will be interesting to see. And then
it'll definitely define stuff, 100%.
Yeah, it will solidify people's plans, and then it will make people just go, I need to tweak my deck, because that should be sort of like the way forward, into things. But where is Nationals week 1? Nationals week 1, 10th to 11th of September. We have Australia, Austria, Denmark, France, Hungary, Lithuania, Malaysia, Norway, and Vietnam. Australia will more than likely have a stream. I would have thought so. They do it all the time. France will have a stream with either Fidia. So there are sort of like places to go, places to watch, national events unfold. So good luck to all those players entering in all those countries. Dude, you got 15 points out of 18.
I actually had a good week for once.
Oh, well done. How did everybody else do at home? So, put it in the comments, what you did. If you haven't subscribed, we're over 700 now. So thank you to everybody who subscribed. Adam Cook was the chap who subscribed and got me to 100, or got us to 700, sorry. So subscribe, like, comment, tell me what scores you have. I have set up a Patreon now. So just there's one there that's like toss a coin to the Bard, just to for a tip, or if you want to back me a little bit higher reward. There's one there as well, and you will make your name onto the show.
Ooh, lovely.
So, anything else you want to add before we sign off, mate?
No, I think that's it from me. I think next time I see you will be Nationals, but I'm sure we'll keep in touch with regards to what's going on in the meta and everything. I'm looking forward to Pro Tour. I'm looking forward to watching all the guys from the UK go over. Obviously, I've got a couple that I'm supporting who I want to see do well, but I wish all the best to the UK players that go over. I hope you guys prove the UK is good and that we actually have a great set of players here. Yeah, all the best.
Yeah, we did well at the calling.
We did.
Utrecht, so high hopes and well wishes to all the UK players and the Ireland players that are going over. So
oh yes, don't forget those.
Ian Holland, Steve McKeever, Dylan Thompson, Kieran Harrigan. If you're going over, best of luck, fellas. All right. And we might do a little show just to do a catch-up show about Pro Tour. Apart from that, we might do a few national catch-up shows. But we're just waiting for the next season. It's gone a bit quiet. What's happening after nationals? It's it's a bit weird, but we'll definitely be back. We're not going anywhere. There'll be more questions of Fab and see if you can beat James's score. All right. So
yeah, everyone could beat my score.
Hey,
like prior to this week, every other week prior was awful.
He did well this mate. I do not prep James at all. He does not look at the results on Discord or anything like that. He just goes in blind, so he does very well. So
that's why I do so terrible previously. It's definitely not fixed.
So thanks all for watching. Until next time, you take care. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.